Real Madrid is starting their new season with La Liga next Tuesday against Osasuna at the Bernabeu. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the preview of this game. Today we're going to talk about what we expect to see from this game, what we think is going to be our lineup for this game, and we're going to give like a little score prediction, and we're going to talk about the couple of games that happened already in La Liga with Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, and how things are looking so far in La Liga, and for us Madrid fans, what we can expect and what we expect really. So let's start by saying this. I think this should be kind of an easy game. I mean, Osasuna is Osasuna. I'm not saying they don't have good players or anything. I mean, last season they gave us a lot of problems, especially when we went to them in their own stadium. We had a lot of issues with them. But I felt like our first game of the season at the Bernabeu, it should be an easy win. I think now the only problem would be what's going to be our lineup to start with. Now, I fully expect to see the lineup that we played our last game with. It was Courtois in goal, Trent, Orson, Militao, and Carreras at the back. I feel like that's going to be our starting lineup for the game. That's why we played with against Tyrol. Doesn't matter if they were like a big team or a bad team. I feel like on our last game of preseason, whoever started that game is gonna be the one that show up on our first game of the season and play for us. Now, am I worried about that back line? Not really. I feel like Militao, the only reason he played that game was because he's back to full fitness after the injuries. And the other three, I don't think I have a lot to say about him. Austin is amazing. Trent is good. I mean, he's not the best defensively, but we know how we get with him when we go forward. And Carreras, he played a decent game the last game, so it's obviously gonna be him that starts for the left back position, and I think it's gonna be a very hard battle for the left back position throughout the season with him and Frank Garcia, and obviously Mendy's not going anywhere, so he's gonna be back to fight for his position. I don't care what anybody says. I like Mendy. I feel like if we're gonna play with Vinny and Mbappe, since I feel like that's the road we're gonna take for the start of the season, I honestly think if we had to choose between the three of them, I would go with Mendy. People might think I'm crazy. Mendy is not the best left back in the world, but he's very good defensively, if you see what I mean. So if you watch the few games like in 2022 when we won the Champions League 2023 and all that, I mean, I don't think he was there a lot in 2023. But when he was fit, like he gave Vini that option to not defend that much because he was so good defensively, even if he's not going forward. But we had some kind of protection on that left side, if you may say. So yeah, he's gonna be back to fight for his position and stuff. So there's gonna be a healthy battle for the left back position. And then in the middle, I think we had Arda Guler, we had Ceballos, and Valverde wasn't there because he was injured. I don't know if he's back for the game for tomorrow, but it was it Brahim that started? Yeah, I think it was Brahim, and then Valverde. I mean Mbappe and Vinicius were up front. I think that's who we're gonna go with. I feel like I'm missing someone. I feel like I'm missing someone. Let me check. So yeah, we had in the midfield Chouameni. I'm missing Chouameni. Chouameni, Ceballos, and Arda Güler. Now, obviously, that's gonna be our lineup. He's gonna play as the six. Arda Güler is gonna be like, let's say like a 10 with Ceballos as a double pivot. And obviously, if Valverde is back for the game, he's gonna be the one starting. Now, I'm very excited to see what we do with that game. I really expect a 3-0 win. Now, yeah, that's what I expect. Now, the thing with Madrid, they're always scaring you. You don't know what they're going to show up with. They might start the game good, and then out of nowhere, we just concede 2 goals. Or we might just concede 2 goals, and all of a sudden, we're running behind Osasuna. But I think first game of the season, especially after last season, I expect for us to start very strong. You know what I'm saying? We go after them. I expect to see a lot from Vini. I expect to see a lot from Mbappe. Now, Vini was pressing in the games against Tyrol. I hope that Mbappe sees that and start doing the same, because I feel like we need that. We need to go after every ball for the whole 38 game or whatever games it was, for this whole season. So yeah, I expect a very healthy 2-0 win. And from the reports I've seen, we Mastantuono is expected to get some minutes in the games tomorrow. That would be very nice, because I mean he's only been there for a couple of days, but I would really like to see what it looks like in the Spanish league, because with all the respect I have for the South American leagues, Spain is different. Europe is different. Now, not all the leagues in Europe like are the same, because England is more physical and Spain is more like technical. Now, I really expect to. I'm really excited to see how he fits in the league. Like, is he comfortable? Now, he's still a kid with no experience in Europe already, but I'm really excited to see what he does with the minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I feel like we're gonna have a really, I'm not gonna say easy game, but I feel like we should win very easily. We seen what Barcelona did with Mario Kart the other day, and I think at the time I'm filming this video, Atletico just lost. I think. Let me check, because by the time I was watching it, it was like 2-1. It was like 2-1. Let me see. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they lost 2-1. They lost 2-1 to Espanyol. So that's a very good way for us to start the season and go after them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like doesn't matter if it's the first game or if it's the last game, we should go in each game like it's a final. That's the way I see it. Now I don't care what people say. I expect a 20 win. I expect a 20 win, and you know, Mbappe will score. One thing I'm also very excited to see is how Arda Guler fits in the lineup, because we've seen him in the Club World Cup. We've seen everything he's been doing. I want to see if he's like more further forward as a 10, or is it like dropping back in the midfield like to control the position, because all summer all the Madrid fans was complaining that we didn't buy anybody that could control the midfield and stuff like that. Now I've been asking for patience with Arda Güler, because I know he's a really good guy. So I want to see how Xavi use him and how we line up in general. Do we line up as a 3-5-2, or if we line up as a 4-3-3? Now, obviously, I don't think that 4-3-3 formation is gonna work. I'm excited to see how we move in the formation and how we go from there. So let me know what you guys think about the game tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think is gonna happen. What your expectations are, what your predictions are, what do you think is going to happen. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the review of the game. And hello, Madrid. See you guys.